Guys, it's Momo here, and today I'm bringing you another Fishing with Momo episode. Uh, gonna be doing it in World of Warcraft this time, just mixing things up. And this honestly is my normal fisherman. He's got max fishing on this, and also has the fishing artifact weapon, which that took me hours to get. Like, but look how cool it is. It's a little Murloc skeleton, pretty much. Yeah, but that's not the story that I wanted to tell you guys this time. This time, uh, I live my life in pretty much a constant state of crisis and panic, dealing with deadlines. That was actually two lay scale coins in one. That's right after the other. That's actually really good. But so what it was, um, I procrastinate a whole lot. Like it's kind of gotten into a game of how far can I procrastinate without missing the deadline at all. Uh, and if you don't believe me, there was my junior year in high school. This is a prime example of how badly I procrastinate. So, junior year, I took honors physics. It's kind of like in between an AP class or like advanced class and just like the normal class. So, there's that. I took it online, which that just means that the textbook's online, quizzes are online, and pretty much all of it you're done on your own. But what had happened was you're designated a teacher and you go there to take the class. It's not just like, hey, you can do whatever this class period. Just, yeah. You go to the classroom, they give you a laptop, and you start working. Just in a corner. But the teacher already has a class in there that they're teaching. And so you're in a corner on your own, and you can go there like after the class or anything if you need questions because it's an online course. Well, after about like 2 weeks, and after about a unit in, the teacher's like, you can go into the room across the hall. It's empty, and so the class that's in here won't be bothering you, won't be distracting you, yada, yada, yada. Well, that was the biggest mistake ever. Because just imagine a high schooler with a laptop and internet access, all alone, no supervision. Yeah. And YouTube was unblocked that year, so I did not do a single thing the entire school year at all. Um, I had about like a unit done from that first week of class, and after that one unit, uh, there the class was split up into 2 semesters. There was first fall and spring. Fall had 6 units, spring had 6 units, total of 12. So I had to do pretty much all of those in the last 2 weeks of school because of that's how much I procrastinated. I just watched YouTube. I did other classes, schoolwork in that class period. I did nothing. And so after those 2 weeks, oh my God, were those 2 weeks brutal? Because I couldn't really let my parents know because I have pretty strict parents, which I thank them for that. They kept me on a good path. In college now, all because of that, pretty much. So they would have pretty much killed me if they had figured out I had been spent an entire year on YouTube, pretty much just for class. So I couldn't like use the home computer for it. So I had to use my phone in the middle of the night so they didn't catch me. So I got like zero sleep for a solid 2 weeks because every single night I was taking quizzes and finishing up units. And you couldn't do like an entire semester's worth. Like uh, the teacher had like all the quizzes unlocked, but the final uh, unit exam, you had to go to the teacher and be like, "Hey, I need this unlocked." So I could do one unit from each semester a night. That may sound like not too much, but each unit would take like 3 hours, and that's going at like a very, very fast pace. Sorry. So that's about 6 hours every night, starting around like 10 or 12, 10 to 12, meaning I got a maximum of like 3 hours of sleep each night. And even then, that wasn't even close to what I got because a lot of stress and everything, and I wasn't that fast at it anymore. So But turns out I still beat the system and got an A in the class, even though I waited and did 11 units of an entire class in just 2 weeks rather than like what, 8, 9, 10 months out of a year. It's and even still, I do it to this day. You think I'd learn my lesson, but I don't. I the night before is whenever I start a paper that's due or start homework. I usually do it really late because I'm like I can't go to sleep until I finish it. But that's something about me, guys. I'm a major procrastinator. But that'll be the end of this small little story time, I suppose. And yeah, see you guys then. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, whatever it is for the uh, time that you have right now. Sorry, kind of had a brain fart, but you know what? Have a good day, and bye bye.